DSUD is an expanded 4PH program and principally the streamlining of the processes. So, I don't have to tell you, kasi alam nyo na po yun kung ano yung mga nagiging problema. Are you sure that pursuing the same program is actually the best solution? Isn't DSUD considering a total review of the 4PH program in view of replacing it with a more acceptable program?
Mr. Chair, can I answer? We did not leave the 4PH program as is. We improved and addressed the concerns and reasons why 4PH production number is low by expanding it. Meaning, dati po, isang modality lang ang 4PH which is vertical, yung condominium type. So, nakita ho natin na ang nakikater po ng in terms of price per unit, ang nakikater po niya is income decile 7 above. So, ang ginawa po natin sa 4PH para po makater natin yung unserved segment, yung lower 6 income decile po, we expanded it by adding modalities. The first modality we added is the horizontal housing. So, instead of the 1.8 million vertical, ang horizontal housing po is only 850. Then, ang susunod po dyan, kung hindi pa rin po kaya yan ng ating intended beneficiaries, inintroduce din po natin, dinagdag natin sa 4PH yung rental housing. Ang rental housing po natin, ang ginagamit po nating model dito is the Disciplina Village in Valenzuela. So in terms of payment per month, ang nakikita po namin dito is only around 850 pesos per month per family per unit. And then, binuhay din po natin, part ng 4PH is the Community Mortgage Program. Ito pong CMP, nasuspend po ito itong nakaraang 3 taon. So when I started, when I became the Secretary of DHSUD, ang isa po sa una natin ginawa is renew po natin yung CMP. Kasi alam mo naman po natin, marami po tayong mga mahirap na kababayan na part po ng urban poor na ito po yung modality na para sa kanila. Itong Community Mortgage Program, ang monthly po nito is only around 400 to 600 pesos per month. And then, to further improve the 4PH, we introduce new programs in Pag-ibig. Dito naman po, ito yun na tumutulong sa buyer side. So instead of the 6% yearly interest nung programa po ng Pag-ibig sa loan takeout, meron na po tayong 4PH 3% program. So ang ibig pong sabihin nito, for example, dito po sa 1.8 million unit, ang magiging hulog na lang po is 5,800 pesos instead of the 11,000 nung regular program. So makita po natin.
May I just interject, Mr. Chair,
yes,
on that
Mr.
point?
Chair.
So, you actually modify the CMP?
No, we revived the CMP, Mr. Chair.
You revived the CMP, but with that lower. Did I understand it correctly?
What I'm saying, Mr. Chair, was the normal payment, monthly payment for each family who will avail of the CMP is around 400 to 600 pesos. So meron po siyang segment na kinikater.
And talking about these mortgages, is DSUD considering the restructuring and even amnesty, for example? Because there are certain groups that are asking for amnesty kasi hindi daw po talaga nila kaya.
We have, Mr. Chair, we already introduced some similar programs, amnesty, not totally amnesty, but a chance for them to continue and restructure their loans, Madam Chair.
Can I have also an acknowledgement that DSUD is committed to honoring previous housing program arrangements and will not really insist on implementing the 4PH program? So that is confirmed.
That is confirmed, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Doon naman po sa sinasabing, there has been some relaxation of requirements, etc. The urban poor sectors actually raised on, for 2016, for 2026, DSUD's proposed budget in the NEP is
5.5 billion, Mr.
5.5.
Chair.
Okay. Now, ang concern po ng urban poor sector is considering that these ISFs are indigent families, ang palaging problema is the funding of certain requirements that are being asked from them, lalo na dun sa implementation ng People's Program and relocation or resettlement programs. I'd like to know, how does DSUD plan to fund the estate management activities of the People's Plan? And then the technical requirements. Kasi may mga technical requirements, and I'm surprised to learn that these are actually an obligation on the part of the ISF groups, and not the government. For example, yung technical requirement na conduct of boring soil tests, and then the funding of the technical training for ISFs to formulate a good people's plan. Importante po yan, the technical training, and also the funding of the retrofitting of relocation sites and facilities, and the organizing and community development activities for government housing projects. I understand these are actually necessary, but the funding, yan po ang problema. How come these are expected from the ISF groups instead of government?
Mr. Chair, I will request the President of SHFC to reply.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. These issues and concerns of the urban poor have been taken up with them during our engagement and meetings with them. And in fact, we have included all of this in our new guidelines for CMP. The technical training component is covered by a technical assistance component that will be granted free for the CMP projects.
So you've considered that already, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Alam po natin na meron tayong mga presidential proclamations on certain areas. And I'm surprised to know that meron pa rin pala, wala pang IRR of certain presidential proclamations. Bakit po ganon?
Mr. Chair,
Na napakatagal na.
ang totoo po nun, kasabay po ng CMP na suspend din po yung proseso sa presidential proclamation. So nung ako po yung nagsimula bilang secretary, kasama po yan sa resume natin. So ngayon po, nagkakaroon na tayo ng about 3 or 4 dialogues with the urban poor to process and resume yung proseso po ng presidential proclamation, which was suspended for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, can I just also cite, kasi tungkol nga sa implementation of housing programs, one specific case is that of the People's Planville Homeowners Association, where the implementation of the high-density housing program of SHFC has been delayed for 7 years. The housing project is supposed to be built in Santa Mesa. The affected families, estimated to be at 200 families, are presently living in Binondo, Manila. The People's Plan was completed and submitted to SHFC more than 10 years ago. They have an available vacant site, and they have already paid GSIS for this. ISFs have invested a lot in this project. Now, there has been no movement or progress at the moment. From 2013 to 2015, community consultations, lahat po yun, those were conducted, including workshops, etc. But how come wala pa po at this point?
Mr. Chair, may I answer that? Yes, Mr. Chair, we admit that the projects for the HDH have been suspended since 2016. But in 2022, most of these have been reactivated. HDH projects in Caloocan City, Valenzuela, and in San Jose del Monte have been reactivated. And we will be reactivating also the Santa Mesa project, which has been acquired from the GSIS. Mr. Chair, we just signed the deed of absolute sale with the GSIS just last year. So
Last year.
yes, last year. So we are now planning this in consultation also with the intended beneficiaries of this project.
Okay. Still about the presidential proclamation. Our research shows that the following presidential proclamation do not have IRRs at the moment. Presidential Proclamation 145, series of 2002, covering Baseco, Port Area, Manila. No IRR, no CELA, or the Certificate of Allotment. Presidential Proclamation 96, series of 2001, covering Parola, Tondo, Manila. No CELA. Presidential Proclamation 826, series of 1996, covering Tala Estate, Caloocan. No IRR and no CELA. Any explanation for this? Any action that the DSUD is currently taking to address that? Paano natin may implement ng maayos yan kung wala pa pong mga IRR?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I will ask the GM of NHA to reply.
Let's wind up, Honorable Leila de Lima.
Yes, that's my last question, Mr. Chair, for the first round. Thank you.
Please, NHA.
Madam Chair, can we get the details so we can furnish your office of the status? Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, DSUD.
Okay, the next to interpolate is the Honorable Representative Alfredo Albi Benitez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. Ay, good afternoon na pala. Sorry. Sir Chair, I would like to ask a question. What is the housing backlog as of today?
The backlog is 2.2 million.
2.2 million
Yes. That
units.
is the number generated from the PSRTI updated study.
And what would be the target of the SHUD for, I think, this year till 2028?
Our target, Mr. Chair, for the whole housing sector, including our attached agency, including the indirect housing assistance, is 1.135 million. 1.135.
1.35. Mr. Chair, where would the department get its budget to finance over 1 million housing units, considering that the budget that they have is only 5 billion pesos? So even if I estimate about 1 million per unit, you're looking at almost 1 trillion. Saan po natin kukunin yung pera pantayo? Kung ang budget po natin ay nasa 5 billion lang.
Mr. Chair, ang sa totoo po, ang direct housing production, no? Maliban po sa nakatanggap natin from GAA, sa NHA and SHFC, talaga umaasa po tayo sa private sector na mag-produce ng inventory ng socialized housing. So doon po nanggaling yung numero natin na target.
So, dun sa 1 million plus, about 300 will be for PH. The rest will be financed through the private sector.
Almost all of the 4PH projects will be financed by the private sector. Ang government funded po dyan will be the NHA and SHFC.
And how many units will that be?
For NHA, ang target po natin for until 2028 will be 39,000 plus 43, that's 82,000 for NHA, SHFC 35,000, And then ang 4PH po natin 300,000. Yan po yung direct production na